morning, fine people of YouTube. It is a beautiful, beautiful day for a ride. Temperature is a little bit lower, humidity is a little bit lower, and we are on our way to Magnolia State Park near Millen, Georgia. Continuing my On My Mind episodes. This will be installment number 4. So come on with me for a beautiful ride. Let's go see some freshwater springs.
All right, so I made it to Magnolia Springs State Park, just north of Millen, Georgia. Going to go look at the springs in a little bit. Right now, I stopped on the front porch of this history center because it's got a front porch with rocking chairs. And it's a nice day, cool in the shade, little breeze. No RC, I got Coca-Cola today. Yeah, sit on the front porch, have a Coke, then go inside this little museum and check it out. So anyway, I'm here to see the springs, really, and just to get out and ride on a pretty day and check another one off of my list. But there is some Civil War historical significance here. This was, there was a large POW prison stockade built here towards the end of the Civil War. I think they finished it in October of 1864. It was designed to hold up to 40,000 troops or 40,000 prisoners. They got it up to about 10,000, but then abandoned it a month later because Sherman came through his march to the sea. We talked about that on the Fort McAllister one. That's kind of where it ended, but he came through this area, and this was abandoned ahead of time. I don't know what they did with the troops. I don't know if they let them go. They went back to the Union Army. I don't know. I didn't see that. If anybody knows, leave a comment. I'm curious about that. Anyway, this was abandoned, and from what I hear, the town of Millen was pretty well destroyed. There is a story that I've heard from Abigail. Last time I was sitting on the front porch at a Georgia State Park, I mentioned Abigail. Yeah, well, I was texting her yesterday, and she was telling me about this area. Apparently, there was a house here that the Union Army was going through to raise, burning everything in the way. And they saw some fresh dirt dug up, and they thought they were burying silver or something, their household treasures. So the family had just buried stillborn twins, and that's why it was dug up. And so when they found that out and realized their mistake, that they were in fact telling the truth, I guess they spared their house for their mistake. I've got some comments on here about, people that enjoy history and studying Civil War history. Let's not forget the brutality of that. At the end of the day, right, left, or in the middle, we are all Americans. Let's not forget that. And let's never let stuff like that happen again. All right, on a more lighthearted note. Let me get my notes. Still coastal plains region. This is Millen, Georgia, or just north of Millen, Georgia, in Jenkins County. Now, as far as I know, that is no relation to Leroy. Hit that thumbs up if you get the reference. It is named after Magnolia River. It's not named after a person. Magnolia trees. There are a lot of magnolia trees coming in. We've already talked about during the Civil War how it was used as a prison. It was called Camp Lawton at the time. Georgia Southern University is not too far from here, and apparently in the late 2000s, had some archaeology students come through and dig up and find parts of the find parts of the stockade and a lot of artifacts from that era. And I think they are on display in here. We're about to go in and find that out. Yeah, when we go back there and look, there's parts of the, I guess, just the earthen type construction that we can see, and that's about it. As far as what's at the park, other than this that we're about to go in and look at, the History Center with the artifacts and the springs and that parts of the stockade, it's a 1,070 acres. It's got 9 cottages, HVAC and everything in them. 26 tent, trailer, RV campsites, 3 walk-in campsites, 1 Pioneer campground, which I now know what that is. 9 picnic shelters, 1 group shelter. Fishing dock, boardwalk, a couple of playgrounds, the springs, and yeah. You can rent bikes here. There's boating, fishing, hiking, paddling, which I guess you can rent paddleboards. Splash pad for the kids. That was horrible. I don't know why y'all listen to me. Let's go in and check this out. Wow. That's horrible. Oh, so that's what happened to the prisoners. They didn't turn them over to the Union yet. They sent them back to Andersonville or to Savannah, which fell not long after that. It's a pretty walk through here. And great weather for this today. As you can see, I'm not pouring sweat. It's very, very nice. Humidity's a lot lower. That makes such a huge difference. Feels nice. All right, let's go see this. I think the sign may be a little outdated. So there's not a whole lot of info there that says what this part actually is. I don't know if it's like the entrance or what. See if we see any gators. Intoxicants prohibited. So no booze for the gators. Respect alligators. Do not approach. That's right. Respect the gators. Unless they're Florida gators. Go dogs. I'm just joking with y'all. Kind of. Got my stamp. It's official. I've actually been here. Boom. All right, folks. See you on the next one. I want to find some chow and then head back to the house. Y'all take care. Ride safe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.